Commence primary ignition.
For Thursday, January 21st, 2021, it's the Serenno Squadcast, the official podcast of the Serenno Squad. Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of the Squadcast. This episode, we've got the whole crew here today. We've got Evan. Woo! We've got Wayne.
Woo!
And we've got Paul.
Hello.
And I am Gunner. Thanks for joining us. Last week we had a kind of a New Year's episode, but we really didn't do anything to celebrate the new year. So I thought maybe
we
would
do anything anytime ever.
There's so much going on. What are you talking about? But I thought maybe we could go over some of our, before we start the show, go over some of our plans, some of our resolutions. Not necessarily trying to change our lifestyles, maybe changing our lifestyles, but my idea was anything that we maybe had planned on doing last year but didn't ever get around to just because of how things were. Maybe this year will be a little different. What kind of optimism we have, maybe some ideas of some costumes. I know a lot of us are a few of us are in the process of working on costumes, but maybe you guys have some that you wanted to share that we could go over. Does anybody have any costumes or anything they're looking forward to? Any resolutions?
I mean, I have some of the stuff for the new Bo-Katan from the Mandalorian show on order for Heather, so I'll be doing that probably.
It is on order now.
All the armor is on order. I still need to order the jetpack, and I need to order the boots, and I think that's it. I have the. He said when he ships them, which is probably gonna be later, like in the summertime, maybe earlier. Then I'll pay the rest of it.
Dang. So this is definitely going to be.
That's my plan when all that stuff comes in. Yeah, that stuff should start coming in, and I think he's shipping it out now. So I should see the armor here shortly. So once things start to warm up, I'll start gathering paint, and I'd like to rattle can it all, just because Paul knows airbrushing is for the birds.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that
failed.
failed? Come on, I've seen some good stuff.
We tried to do airbrushing on Rex, and it worked once.
Oh,
Literally,
so that's not what it was? That was an airbrush that we see?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
We got it to work once. It took like 2 hours to get it to work. Messing with it, we're like, okay, it works. And it's like, okay. Went to go do something, did not touch it, came back, it stopped working.
Yep, that sounds right.
The nature of the beast. So you're not planning on doing anything for yourself right now? You've just got the Bo-Katan for your wife. You mean you're not gonna make her work on it and do it all herself?
No,
all the sanding.
If she had to work on it, it just wouldn't happen.
Cutting it? Who's cutting and shaping and painting?
Oh well, surprise, it's already cut. Danny actually sends all the fiberglass parts pre-cut, so it's not much.
Fiberglass. Ooh, no.
Yeah,
no,
it's because all that high detail stuff you don't mess with the plastic. But his is, it's not like it's not like a first order TK where you have parts that go around and they're made of fiberglass, because that's prone to cracking. This is just little pieces here and there, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues with it.
Yeah, that's a good costume to
no, it won't be heavy. There's not much armor. All it is the chest, shoulders,
the arms,
over here,
the thighs, and the covers for the boots.
Yeah, so it's actually less armor than what she has now, and it's super thin fiberglass. It won't be too heavy.
Nice. But now, are you gonna have to do like a whole weapons thing with that too? You're gonna have to make some blasters.
Yes, he's sending the blasters as well.
Oh wow! So got the whole
I think-
thing.
I think he has the blasters resin casted.
Nice. There
Yeah,
you go.
I don't think I'm going to do anything for myself. I mean, I've gone back and forth on this guy here. I would love to do this guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I already have a Royal Guard. Just doesn't.
What does the back of Wayne's neck think?
He doesn't need me.
Fiberglass. These are the rants of lunatics.
I cut fiberglass. I'm pretty good at it, actually.
There you go.
It's saying easier than it cuts.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
scare Wayne away, Evan. No matter
I
what you
know.
try.
Well,
He-
Danny said that the fiberglass
Danny.
armor. He said the fiberglass armor is basically all it needs is a really light sanding, and then it's ready for paint. Like there's really not much prep work that needs to go into it at all. So that's a big reason why I went to do it, because I just don't want to mess with the 3D printed stuff where you're sanding and filling and sanding and filling and sanding and filling. Like that
It's a
just
thing.
does not exist to be. Yeah, which is why I don't have a 3D printer.
Yeah, that's okay, buddy. We'll print it for you if you ever need anything. But nothing in the works for yourself, huh?
Nope.
You think that might change?
Lacquer.
You think that
It could. It depends on tax situation, stimulus checks.
look, if money wasn't an object, wasn't an issue, what would Evan want to be, next costume?
If money wasn't an object, I would have
The guard.
This completed helmet by the guy who does them the best. That would be on order already, because he's the king of the blue Senate guards, and he does that version of the helmet. He does all of the horsehair by hand. So it's like just like they did it in the movies. It's super legit. So
Authentic, yeah. It sounds
but
awesome.
it's $900. So
For the helmet.
I can't. Not even my Novos Kylo helmet was that much. So that goes to show you, I
Yeah.
will not spend $900 on a helmet. So if I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it myself. Obviously, that means money is an object. If money's not an object, I'd buy it, but money is an object.
Well, I'm gonna look out for it. I believe in you. I'm
We'll see.
gonna see that royal guard in all its glory. So Paul.
I've got two.
Oh, never
Yes.
mind. Wayne.
No. Go ahead. We'll come back to me.
Okay, we'll come back to it, Wayne. He wants to be last. All right, Paul. So we already know that you're working on something pretty big right now. I mean, it's going to be hard to invest in something else after you just invested in this bad boy right here. For all you listeners, he's holding up his Captain Rex. This is animated, correct?
Yes.
Animated
This is the
style.
Animated season 4 and on style.
So it is dirty and it has the kill counts.
Yes. Yeah, I had to go through with a paint marker, and there's specific numbers for each side. The
Gotcha.
CRL says there's 17 on one side and 27 on the other, and so I
Get it
all the way down.
right.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Rex is what I'm working on now. I don't know what's next. Again, it's the same as like taxes and stimuluses and all that kind of stuff. What happens?
Well,
I
you
really
got
want a
some
3D
in the
printer.
works right now that you could complete, right?
No, I mean, Rex is what I've got to finish. Everything else is done. There's one more upgrade on my TIE pilot I need to do. I want to replace the hoses. I have the new hoses. I just haven't actually done the work to replace them yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's where an armor party would come in just fabulous. You do dumb little stuff like that in an armor party. You replace hoses, you fix cracks, you touch up paint.
Yeah.
If you ain't got to invest in a whole bunch of equipment because you got crazy people like Wayne, who's just like, has every tool that you could ever need.
That's not true. I need many tools. One of which,
He needs
the
more.
main one being the next thing I think I probably buy is a jigsaw. I
Okay.
really need one.
Very
I have a
handy.
jigsaw.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have a jigsaw and a reciprocating saw.
Problem
Oh,
solved.
man. Well,
Okay.
there's nothing like
is what
having
comes
your
with
own
being
tools.
a homeowner. You're like, I have to buy this tool now because I need to fix this thing.
Tools are great investments. Great
Yes,
investments.
spend $200 on a jigsaw and you use it once.
No, you'll use it again, and then Wayne will use it some more for sure. So you've got Captain Rex, you've got the TIE Pilot. You're going to update the Rebel X-wing helmet that you're working on. That you can throw on any old flight suit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
My Rebel Pilot is done and approved.
Excellent. Okay.
Is Jen killing your cat?
No, that is actually my child.
I was gonna say
What?
that's
That's
not
a
here.
kid. I thought that was a cat.
No, that's my baby. Yeah, she's not happy.
I was sitting here like, my
lineage.
God.
Just trying to hear you guys.
If money was no object, what would I be doing next?
Oh yeah.
I really want new Sand Trooper armor.
As in,
I
you
would
want a
love
whole
to get-
new kit.
Yeah, I'd get a whole new kit. I'd still use the same pauldron and pouches that I have, but I want to replace all the armor because it's old. That suit is entering its 13th year. I have tried to retire it 3 times. People keep telling me to drag it out of retirement.
I mean, it looks
you have
great.
Wayne resurrecting it.
Yeah. Plus, I want a helmet that doesn't weigh a ton.
My helmet's great. You got to get the ATA kit. It's the best.
I would.
Yeah,
And
that
it's not. I think it's like the cheapest. It's the cheapest
Yeah.
of the kits too.
How much?
It's
Let's look.
Mine-
$5.50 or something like that.
I bought mine. Mine was on sale. They had a 10. It was like their 10-year anniversary sale, and it was like $500 shipped. I think it was $520 shipped. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive than that, but not much more expensive.
for just the helmet.
My
No, the whole everything, the whole armor, helmet
Wow.
was. I spent less than $800 on my entire TK, which is cheaper than anyone I know.
That's great.
my Sand Trooper
it's
hand
not.
plates are ATA.
No, it's not. What is it, Wayne? Tell us.
Mine was free, remember?
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I gotcha. Sorry. There's that cat again.
Gotta let him out of his cage every now and then.
Yeah. So Wayne brings it to you.
Well, I didn't want to be last. I just didn't want to be that guy that interrupted the me. So I was
Okay.
like, no, you want to talk to Paul, and then we'll come to me.
We're here.
The next one I'm doing, I've already got my heart set on it. I'm doing a biker scout.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm
Yes.
also very much wanting to do a Tusken Raider.
Oh.
Those
Really?
aren't Dengar.
Huh?
Those aren't Dengar.
Neither.
Correct. I would
Neither
like to
one.
do that, but that's going to be so expensive that those two would actually be like together still cheaper than doing a Dengar.
Wow. Look,
Biker
I learned
Scouts are
to
expensive.
use the sewing machine. I'll help you with that Dengar. Isn't that all it is?
Yep.
Soft parts?
No, there's
No.
just a flight suit and then the head wrap and the gloves, but the it's the 2 left shin pieces from a TK, the
Ooh, I can
thighs
print
from
that.
a TK, the chest from a snow trooper, the ab from a TK.
He's like 80% Stormtrooper, and
Yeah.
the rest is, I think, Snowtrooper chest. I forget what his shoulder bells are. He's very much like, what do we have here? Let's throw these pieces together and put it on a dude.
But it's
Isn't
that
his back? If he doesn't have a backpack, isn't it the TK chest?
It's the TK chest in black. Yeah.
Nope, we
What
lost
just
Evan.
happened?
Sorry, my mom was trying to FaceTime me.
Oh.
Not now, Mom.
I'm
I
FaceTiming
can't
my
find
nerd friends.
ATA armor.
It's he like primarily he has a Facebook page, but he primarily just sells it via email. Old school.
Yeah.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to find the price for it if he doesn't have?
It's like $5.50.
Yeah, you email him.
Yeah, you get his contact info from the Stormtrooper board.
Some shady dude in the back alley?
I am
You
almost
must be new to
positive.
this because all the armor dealers are like, well, you have to email this dude, and then you have to walk down the street and knock on this door 3 times. Not 4, not twice, 3 times. And it's only on a Tuesday under the full moon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I haven't had to deal with any of that. I'm telling you, Wayne, I could print those parts, man. Now I'm starting to remember it is a whole lot of metal because it's all like just silver. It's not
Well, it's
painted or
gray.
anything. Gray. Okay.
It's gray. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
red?
are gray.
It looks
It's
really
very,
heavy.
like, bronze. He looks very steampunky almost.
Yeah, it's like dark maroon sort of.
Yeah,
It's
throw
weird.
some cogs on there and a top hat, and you've got a steampunk stormtrooper.
No, that's not what we're going for. No, we're going for. But that is
If
an
I would want to
awesome.
print anything, I would want to print all the parts for the backpack for a sand trooper, and I'd just switch my TK over to a sand trooper.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Give you a reason to wear that pauldron.
So
Other
much
than like $1 million.
$1,000,000 non-canon bucks.
hate. $1 million credits.
Well, I think probably it's no good here. I look like $1 million credits.
Oh, yeah, that is the other thing I really, really want to get finished is Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh yeah.
It's a
Glad
lot of
you-
sewing, and I have to get Jen in the mood to sew, and it's a lot of sewing.
Well, if there's anything, if you can get some stuff together, and all you need is to stitch it up, I got you. But I
No,
can't be
this
like,
is-
I can't
It's
be
a
like,
lot of sewing, and it's complicated sewing
oh, okay.
because his tunic is lined, so there's a polyester lining on the inside, and you have to get all these pieces to line up.
I mean, I'm an expert. I stitched a shirt together the other day. It had been ripped for like 5 years. But no, just that's a big one though. I mean, you've already got the lightsaber though, right?
I've got the belt, boots, the lightsaber.
Oh, you got all the leather. Then there you go.
If I was technically going to submit as Obi-Wan, there's one other pouch I would have to get. It's actually made of leather. The others are resin.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a cloak.
Yeah.
I don't have a cloak. We'll have to make one.
Gotcha. Cool.
Cloaks are easy to make, relatively.
Maybe I'll start out with a cloak. That's what I need to do. But Wayne, you said you're talking about, you said not Dengar. You got us off the tracks there, Paul. He wanted
What I'm
to.
good for.
What did
I want to do
you?
a biker scout. I
Biker
very
scout.
much want to do biker scout. I want to do one of those for years and years.
Yeah.
And Tusken Raider.
That's the one I wasn't expecting. Tusken Raider, man. That seems like so expensive. It seems like everything has to be bought by like a special, like someone making each individual. Really? Is that
Nah.
something you can really throw together yourself?
Deep as
Tusken
dirt.
Raider. It's just you got the helmet.
I guess that's the most
Bandolier.
complicated part is the
Thing,
helmet that I'm
and
thinking
the
about.
bandolier. Yeah.
Oh, the helmet DHP makes, and I could have it built in like 2 days.
Sweet. Well,
The
cool.
part that would take the longest is wrapping the fabric around everything.
Yeah.
And painting it
Okay.
or dyeing it or whatever you do with it.
Well, you dye it beforehand. You tear it all into little strips. You dye it there. You let them all dry, and the way that they dry, they look like bacon. And then you just glue them on, just going around, just gluing on strips.
Nice.
And then after that, you can dirty them up a little bit more. But yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, and it's pretty straightforward for the robes and everything like that. It's not anything complicated.
Very good. Those are great. Me, as you know, I've been working on my gunner helmet. So I want to get my gunner helmet done. All I've got
how
to
far
do,
along are you with that?
I'm still, I got the whole dome. I got the dome done. I just I've printed some parts of the jaw, but not all. And then I got to print the little,
The swoop.
yeah, the swoop. That's exactly what it's called. Or it's called a scoop. Yes, but whatever. And then once I get that done, that's all I got to do. I've got the rest of I've got the pauldron. I mean, not the pauldron. Is it a pauldron? It can be turned into a pauldron.
It's a pauldron you're wearing it on your chest instead of your shoulder.
Right. So it's all there. All I got to do is
Besides
print
Peter,
that.
you're the only person I know that could do that. What are you wearing on your chest there? Oh, this is a knee pad from.
Just be careful with that. Be careful with those helmet parts. As soon as you touch any two of those gun helmet parts together, they're like matter and antimatter. They'll just explode. I mean, ask
Oh.
Wayne.
Yeah.
I put this one.
Once you start actually putting it together, you will unlock the curse.
I managed to put together this
Oh no.
child size version. And it's got these two
I
little.
like the gold hat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I was just, material's hard to
It's
come
like
by.
a yarmulke. It's got like
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
gold
say
yarmulke.
it's a gold yarmulke.
See,
That's
right
the
there,
title
that,
of the video. Gold yarmulke.
when you're making when you have the kit, that piece right there is the hardest part because it doesn't line up in any way that makes sense to a logical human brain.
Gotcha. So this one has two little dots there and here that line it up. So it's a little bit easier, but then like the box here is totally inaccurate. There's like these three random, that's not ever there. The buttons don't really look like this. These aren't supposed to be square and flat. So I actually had to go into my program. It's a horrible sound. And
That was a fun noise.
turn it into something like this. It's a little bit more accurate. I rounded these little bad boys right here, rounded that big button, got those two buttons, and I actually removed the side buttons so that I could glue on the buttons that Wayne has from his
How
old.
big is that box? Like from the helmet out? Like how?
So
big this
I
thing is?
actually got the measurements from your helmet. I had you send it to me, and that's what I measured it out to be.
Okay, so how much?
I don't remember.
Well, let me see it.
Like an
That
inch
looks-
off,
That looked
Okay,
like an inch or so, yeah.
All right, that's fine.
and then
When you were holding it back, it looked like less, and I was like, those buttons I have are not going to work on that. But
right,
they-
yeah,
they-
I think that's
yeah, that should be fine.
we'll see. If not, we'll print it again.
I kind of want that other one, the kids one.
Yeah.
It's got the yarmulke. So, Murray, shoot them. Won't you shoot them?
Yeah, if you want to invest in putting like a visor in there and completing it, you go right ahead, but I wouldn't do it. Those little visors, they're hard to come by. But my second, the one that I want,
My own.
He's
the
never heard of the
Hobart.
mystical land of Amazon.
Well,
Yeah.
the last time I checked, I couldn't get any. It was like a shortage or
I
something
could
like that.
I could
I
send
think
you
it
the
was-
link.
I
The
think it
ones that I've
was-
been using, they're $5 and you can get 3 lenses out of each one.
I've been robbed. I think I paid
You
like.
just need welding shields. That's all they are.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I
Like
went
face
to.
mask.
Well, it's not even that. It's the really cheap overseas bicycle, or I guess the scooter helmets. They've got the 5 things because stuff will happen to your visor, and so it's just the plexiglass. You just they already come with the holes. You put the one in, the other 2 are adjustable.
Right,
put
you
them in
just-
there, and then
It's like a gel, kind of.
it's really flexible. Yeah, it's like $5.
No, I mean like a gel, like you got a like a light, and you put like a thin tint in front of it just to make it darker or to change the color. Is that what it's like, or is it actually the same thickness and strength as the face shield itself?
It's a little bit thicker than the ones I've been getting as far as like shields go, but it's
Gotcha.
really flexible, and it comes with a little protective, whatever. You just peel that off and then put on whatever color tint you want to put on
Right.
it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's good to know. The ones I remember when I was looking up, I forgot the brand. It's like Hobart or something like that. I can't think of what it is, but the welding shields I were looking for specifically were out of stock. But that was months ago. I haven't checked in a while. But my second one, the next one that I would love to get done, that I've already started on. Let me get this right here. This is the Rogue One Stormtrooper. So
Okay.
I want to finish that. And I've got the armor and everything. Another big print. I'd like to be a stormtrooper.
I better see some droids before we see that armor.
Yep. So check it out. Oh, sneak peek. We weren't supposed to see that.
I was gonna say he killed Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, we already saw him.
No, you haven't seen him on camera. I just finished.
Yeah, we did. It was right behind you.
All right.
That's some crap.
Here he is. I'll just show him to you now. Wow. It's a trap. There you go. Really cool. So detailed. It's like, what the heck?
Somebody's got a lot of time on their hands.
That I would hang up on my wall.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's cool as heck.
So I've practiced.
A ranker head would be cool too.
Yes.
I've got it,
A
right?
ranker head and a tauntaun head.
Oh yeah. So I did a little bit of like weathering where I was trying to practice with dry brushing and stuff. This is on a broken Yoda jaw that I had fail. That's where it was before, and that's kind of, it doesn't really look very good in the light.
It doesn't even look 3D printed from like what I can see.
Does it look better like this? Like kind of dirty?
Oh yeah.
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 Cool. Well, I'm just gonna go with that. If I get up real close, you can probably start to see some lines.
Yeah, I can see
No,
the
not
lines
really.
a bit, but
And I actually wiped off the teeth here too much. They're supposed to be painted, but I wiped it off. So don't mind that. It's more of this I'm looking at. But yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna. You can see the lines there.
They don't those teeth in front of the curtain. What?
So yeah, I'm gonna do that with all of them. But I was showing you. This is what I meant to show you, Wayne. Is the new tube? Got the new blue Bowden tube right there, and that's gonna make it so that that special tube withstands way hotter temperatures than normal. So anyways, that's what I was planning on doing. That's what I want to do. I know I'll get the gunner helmet done, but I really want to get that stormtrooper helmet, and if not the armor, that'll be super cool. But there's a lot going on in my world, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do anything. But I thought we could go over our kind of, I figured that would be our version of a New Year's resolution, right? What we're planning on building, what we'd like to build, even though it might not happen. Some people, they're trying to, quit eating fast food or
Well, if we're doing a New Year's resolution, I resolved that before the end of the year, I will have a wearable 501st climb.
Dude, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. So we got goals, but also it's very likely that we'll get it done because this is what we love to do. We've got,
we've got nothing else to do.
We've got nothing else to do. Exactly. All right. So I guess we can go ahead and move on to our next segment.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring him in by the dozen.
That is the 501st
Legion News.
The other men run in here.
Yes. So this week, as far as Legion News goes, we have some new approvals. So if I can just switch this on over there.
If you made it through our rambling, here's what we're really here for.
Oh no, get out of here. There we go.
Didn't we talk about her last week? Or last
No.
week?
No, we actually had the last approval of the year, which was a crew member.
Yeah, okay.
This was last week's.
Okay.
And then this was right after we were 7 days ago today. So that was a week after we had did the other podcast. But anyways, congratulations to DZ35277 on the approval of her Kira from Kessel, or her Kessel Run version of Kira. So that is awesome. Obviously from Solo. How many Is that the only Kira we have, or do we have and that's that costume in our
I think that's
garrison?
the only one.
Very cool.
I think that's the only one of that costume. No, you know what? I think I've seen at least another one, and then I've seen the Kira in the black dress as well. So I think we have a couple of Kiras in the garrison.
It's awesome. It's a good.
That's the best one.
It's a great.
Yeah, that's
costume.
absolutely the coolest looking one. I mean, who doesn't love a cape? Come on.
It's very unique too. Look at it. I mean, it's not super traditionally like Star Wars, but it totally is. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
It's a custom piece.
A custom piece. And next we have TI 14162 on the approval of their Eden Verso. That is
Iden Versio.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Have you ever
People
seen
who actually
Star
know
Wars?
who this is. I can tell you that I am not
never played
familiar with
Battlefront?
Inferno Squad. I played Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 probably 10 years ago when they first came out, and I don't remember them.
You want to play the other Battlefront too, the new one.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, this is different.
You could probably find all the story clips up on YouTube. It's actually the game has a good story to it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really good story.
Oh, so it's worth just going on YouTube and watching some of
I
those
bet
cinematic moments.
If you went on YouTube and search just like Battlefront 2 cinematics, people usually will string the whole thing together so you can actually like over the course of like an hour and a half or 2 hours just watch the story.
Sweet. Cool. It's like that video game. What is it? Dragon Slayer? What is it? Where it's like it's a whole entire story and they've gone online and they've made it. Anyways, nobody knows what I'm talking about. But back to this guy. So this is a specific character. So there aren't but he is Inferno Squad. So they got the red cogs.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the leader of Inferno Squad.
Okay.
Yep.
So she has very specific pieces to her costume.
Gosh.
Yeah, and you can actually, she has like a little mini pauldron as well on the shoulder that you can't see. You can sort of see part of it. It's like this ribbed pauldron. Heather has this costume. I don't know if you've ever seen her wear it before.
Gotcha. I think so. I'm pretty sure I have seen one of our fellow squad mates wearing this costume. I don't know if it was Heather or...
There's the only one with it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, yep, then it was Heather. I didn't know if it was Heather or someone else, but because they had a helmet on. Couldn't really see. And that was actually one of the first troops that I went to was at Big Lick. And I'm pretty sure she was wearing it there because if she's the only one with it, it was definitely her.
Okay.
Very cool.
She wore it to at least one.
So she still got that costume?
Yep, the helmet's in the background.
Oh, awesome. It's a great one.
I don't know how they do those bubble lenses, though. Why in the world would she choose the bubble lenses?
Does it
I
look
think
so
I'm really-
cool?
I think you have to.
No, you don't have to.
Very cool. Very cool.
Fun fact, the CRL model for Iden Versio is the actress who played her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. We can do that nowadays with technology.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And one of the garrison members in Northern Virginia is like the world's biggest Iden Versio fan.
Oh. The world's biggest, you say?
Yeah.
So why would you say that?
Because she's literally met the actress and she got invited on to I think it was IGN did a thing like spotlighting cosplayers, and she got flown out to LA for a thing and got to meet the actress and everything like that.
Wow.
What's her name? Is it Janina Gavankar? Is that the actress's name?
I know her first name is Janina. I've never figured out how to pronounce her last name. Gavankar or something like that.
Mm.
Yep.
She seems like a really nice person.
Seems nice.
Didn't
Super
she do
cool.
a voice in something recently, like the the Mancala in that episode of Mandalorian, or she did like the puppetry or something.
Yeah, in the Bo-Katan episode of Mandalorian season 2, she is technically credited as a puppeteer for one of the Moncals, because her friend is the guy who made all the masks, and he's like, I need an extra set of hands, and she's like, oh, okay.
It
So she
seems
was on
so
set
random.
just
You're now a puppeteer.
puppeteering its eyes and its nostrils and that kind of stuff.
That's great credit. I'd want to be a puppeteer. All right. I think that's it for our Legion news, unless you guys wanted to throw anything out there.
Nope. Legion elections
nope.
will probably be starting here in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yep, and it's
Mid-February.
possible. It's possible none of us will hold any official offices after March. Was it March 1st?
March 1st, the new term start. Yeah.
Yep. That's what it sounds like. But that's okay because you guys are still special to us.
Yeah.
Even though
We'll
you
all be
won't have
replaced on the podcast.
you
as of
won't
March
have
2nd.
titles and you will not have positions on the podcast. Exactly. So just, pack it up. See you later. We're going to move on to our next segment, Top Story.
Excuse me, that's the wrong franchise.
I think I don't care.
All right, so I haven't really shared with you guys what I was going to go over for the top stories, so I figured we just, just wing it, just go along and see what we can do. I finally got to read my first issue of Darth Vader, and the reason that I got to that was because the High Republic comic for the new series that Star Wars is coming out with in multiple forms of media, novels, comics, possibly some future television. Who knows?
Yes, it will be.
Oh, well, no more rumors. It's the truth. And I went to the comic book store and I didn't see it, and then Paul sends me a picture of it, and I'm super jealous. And so I had to immediately go on to, is it Comixology?
Yeah. That's
Comixology. I think if you even try to go on Marvel to download a comic or anything like that, I'm pretty sure they redirect you to Comixology.
Yeah, they do.
So don't even bother, because I spent like half an hour like, why isn't this working? And I realized, Comixology, not only is it easier, but it is awesome. It is so easy to work with. It's not the same as having the, that stinky old paper comic, but it's pretty cool because you can, one thing that I like about it is I don't like, spoiling surprises. So I like how you can choose to look at an individual page at a time and not feel like, a loser for like covering up the other page.
I do that. I do that all the time.
Yeah, because
you're on one page and then there's a giant explosion on the other page. And you're like trying to stare at this page and not look at this one.
Yeah, so it was a really fun, cool experience. I really liked it.
Comixology's app has you can even set it to go panel by panel.
Oh.
So it'll actually because some people find reading comics hard because they're like, well, I don't know how to follow the action.
Wow.
You can actually tell, you just tap and it just takes you panel by panel by panel to tell the story.
That's really cool. I had not come across that feature yet. That's sweet.
The worst time I ever had reading a comic trying to follow the panels was in Elektra's Assassin, the Frank Miller one. The whole thing's done hand painted. And there are spots where they have arrows because you have to go over and around and back again. Why are we doing this? Just tell me the damn story.
They're trying to be creative or something, because that sounds like a lot of extra work.
That's all Sienkiewicz's art.
That's
what he does. He's abstract.
Takes you for a run. So I was gonna, talk about the High Republic. Did anyone else get a chance to read the first issue? Just Paul And me?
I haven't yet. I haven't had a chance to go pick up my comics yet.
Gotcha. Well,
Not all of us got our stimulus checks.
Right. Well, I hope that it comes because you need this issue, man, and you need the rest of your
When
comics.
they come in like a volume, like I don't know when they start putting those out, but once they start doing that, I'll start picking them up.
That's your thing, Evan. We all know you and your books.
I like having like a little thick, like I like to have like a thick little, like I prefer actually like a graphic novel. Like I have the nice little Old Republic, or actually I think it's Tales of the Jedi Omnibus, and it's like this thick, and I like that, like a big thick. Yeah.
They're more of like a coffee table book, when you got them like that. So I can totally see that. Whereas like comics, you've got a stack of flimsy
or you
comics.
Could do something like this.
Or you're like me, where you have 17 boxes.
No, it's not a good idea. It's not healthy.
That's what happens when you collect comics for 10 years.
You should get you a really nice bookcase, man, just for comics.
This is thick.
That's thick. That's a thick boy right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many issues is that?
That's what I like.
That's an encyclopedia.
How many issues is that?
Yes.
Should say on the back.
48. It says collects issues 1 to 48.
Okay. Because it only ran for what, 152?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I have the second volume.
Yeah. We actually
It's
have.
so big it's going to fit in my bookshelf.
Yeah, we've got a bookshelf that's it's about this wide. And it's just, comes up to about my chest, I believe, but it's got maybe five or six shelves in it, and it's about that wide. And I have taken up 2 of those shelves worth of comics.
That's cute.
It is cute.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
I only have 1 shelf of comics.
Yeah. It doesn't like
when we're done recording, I can show you the wall of books that I have in my other room.
It doesn't like come nearly as close as my record collection, but it is like you said, it's cute, and it's right there lined up. And I've got more than just comics. I've got heavy metal issues, and I've also got Playboys. And half of these Playboys are, I went online and just got like who is one of them? I got up there. I just got like celebrities, the best ones or whatever, from the 90s, from the 80s.
For the articles.
I have one for the articles. No, definitely for the covers, and I even have one from the 60s. And when people come and visit, like my dad and what is that? What? Yikes. So my dad and my stepmom, they show up, and my stepmom's looking at my bookcase. I'm like, yeah, you like the bookcase? She's like, are those Playboys? I'm like, yeah. She's like, can I see them? I was like, absolutely. I pull them out, and we're looking at the Playboys and stuff. And it's like, I looked at Hannah. I was like, Hannah, does it feel awkward at all that you're looking at Playboys with your in-laws? It's like, no, it's fine. But some people, it's tasteful.
She married you, didn't she? She's given up on any type of weirdness.
That's right.
I feel like there's got to be a story behind this or something. And if there's not, then I don't belong in this world, in this podcast. I don't know. I need a reasoning behind collecting Playboys.
Oh, dude, just it's pretty simple. When you see a celebrity
They're full
on
of
there,
naked ladies.
yeah, it's like, let me see that article. Is it Charlize Theron? That's one I have. It's a great one.
That's
classy,
it's free on the internet.
That's the gross. That's disgusting. Get out of here. All right, so this is not this. I'm talking about art here. I'm not talking about vulgarity. How dare you?
You started
This
this
is the guy
down
who
this
collects
path.
Playboys.
Like Wayne said, I have a cute little collection, and that's
porn. That's good.
It's my version of
Porn.
Porn.
Porn. Yeah, I'm like a pilgrim. That's what I
Well,
use.
no. He's trying to be all classy about it. It's his version of pornography.
It's art. It's art. No, but it's more than anything. It's just exciting for people when they see it. And they're like, "Is that really what?" Yeah. But back to what we were talking about originally, comics. There's nothing like having the physical issue, but Comixology, the website, was freaking awesome. I got to finally get my Darth Vader #1, which was awesome. No wonder that freaking issue is sold out. It is so good, and it's so. I love everything about it. The cover of at least the one they have online. I know they probably have variants and stuff, but it's freaking awesome, and I really enjoyed that. But then
it's him flanked by the Death Troopers, I think, isn't it?
yes, yep, the 2 Death Troopers. Yep, it looks really good, and it's got a cool plot twist at the end of the first issue, and I think I've read 2 other issues, but it's good. But High Republic was really good. I don't know. Do you guys want to hear about it, or are you just gonna? Do you care?
No, I've got it down there. I just haven't picked it up yet, so I'd really rather not.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. I know Evan probably.
All I'll say is it's good. I really enjoyed it. It's a good start.
Evan will forget before he gets his book.
I'm more interested in I want to read the book. I don't know. I almost want to wait until there's a couple of books in the series and then grab a couple and then just kind of binge read them. Because if I read one and if it's really good, I'll be like, there's not another one, and it'll just kind of be bummed.
Well, you're in luck. There's 2 novels out and a comic book.
There you go. Get started.
Huzzah!
What are you waiting for? There's something for everyone. But one thing that I got, and the reason I brought up the Darth Vader issue is because the Darth Vader issue in comparison to the New Republic issue, not the same. Obviously, it's a different time, different trilogy and stuff, but you can tell that this comic is definitely leaning more towards kids. It's much brighter. The characters are, I guess it's to each his own, I guess. The characters just seem a little bit too, for lack of a better word, they can just be kind of annoying.
It's 2 different time frames. The High Republic, this is the peak of the Jedi. This is the best of the best. This is the best they've ever been. They are on top of the world, for lack of a better term. Whereas Darth Vader, you're going into some deep, dark places.
Oh yes. The content is totally different.
Yeah.
I was even thinking that that just the style and the storytelling was also just a little bit more whimsical and a little bit more. Yeah. It was kind of hard to follow. I don't know why.
Well, it's because you're giving all new characters, all these new locations. You're just kind of dropped into the story.
I guess that's what it is. I need more context. I need more issues. Is there a second issue out already, or is that only one? Okay, so we're up to date. But the content between the Darth Vader and the High Republic one, even though they were totally different, I just got a whole nother feel from the writing and everything with the pacing and everything of the Darth Vader one. And the High Republic's going to be new and different. But part of me just felt like it was just a little bit more towards the kiddie side. And I'm wondering if it's going to be that way on purpose or if it's just me.
The big bad stuff hasn't happened yet.
It could get really dark. You're right. It could get really dark. But it was really interesting. I kind of liked the new characters that we met. We haven't met Buckets of Blood yet. I was kind of hoping
he's in one of the books, I think.
Oh shucks. Well, I'll have to read one of the books. But that was a great issue. The cover is pretty cool too. I liked it as well. A little bit of gaming news. We've got 2 different announcements here. One,
there's a bunch of gaming news.
bunch of gaming news. Start with the Star Wars one specifically.
I guess it'd be Ding Dong, the witch is dead would be the headline.
Not yet. I think they still have to play out their contract.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
EA has a 10-year. So EA signed a 10-year exclusive contract for Star Wars games in 2013 or something like that. And
Yeah,
so
right after the Disney buyout kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So EA is the only company that's going to make Star Wars games until 2023 or something like that. But after that contract is up, they are opening it up. In fact, they even announced the other day that we have Lucasfilm Games is an official division of Lucasfilm now. Because way back when it used to be called LucasArts, and that's what they made games under. Now it's Lucasfilm Games.
Oh, that's right.
Because LucasArts got shuttered a long time ago.
I do remember the old PC games starting with that LucasArts.
Yeah.
It's like a little sun or a little person or something. Little yellow thing.
Yeah. The little stick figure. He'd always do something.
Yeah. Be dancing. And that's do you think that the way that EA has handled their recent games might affect whether or not they're going to sign another contract with them again? I've heard that some
I don't think they're
people
going to do anything exclusive.
Yeah. I've heard that some people have said that it was Disney wasn't too happy with the way they handled the whole loot box thing. The Battlefront kind of started off kind of rocky. Obviously now people love it and they've redeemed themselves, so to speak. But have you heard anything about that?
A mountain of fan outrage. There
you go. Yeah.
They relented.
That's I've heard that could be a reason why they would not sign another however long with AE. But what the rumors that are going out around is sort of a open world Star Wars game. Correct?
They're not rumors. They're confirmed.
Okay, sweet. Awesome.
Ubisoft is making a open world Star Wars game. In fact, the company that made Tom Clancy's The Division is making a Star Wars game.
That game, the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Division has a really good open world concept to it. The combat in it is really annoying.
Denim ever made.
Yeah. You have some serious bullet sponges in that game, so hopefully that'll be fixed. It won't take 500 bullets to kill a stormtrooper.
Wow.
But yeah, the open world aspect and kind of the way the missions are set up, I really liked. Because the Division takes place in a New York City that's ravaged by a plague. So yeah, it's a little too close to home now.
Yikes.
But yeah, I thought that part of the game was good. It's a good story and good kind of setup and build.
So we have no idea what the kind of story, the timeline. We don't have any ideas. I heard someone's, I guess, what they thought would be a cool idea, and I immediately thought that would be really cool, as if they had a Mandalorian game. Mandalorian, kind of that bounty hunter, open world. I think that would be perfect. I mean, you could do.
You could like build your own Mandalorian, like
exactly.
They have all sorts of like customize all your armor pieces and weaponry and stuff like that, like Skyrim, but Star Wars.
But will they give you the Rubbermaid options?
What I missed that. What's the Rubbermaid options?
The Mandalorian mercs, the costume group. Many of them make their armor by literally downloading a template and buying Rubbermaid tubs and putting the template on there and cutting the pieces out of that. Gotcha.
Well, that's how this all started, baby. That's beautiful. I love it.
I've heard people talking about rumors of a Mandalorian game.
Yeah. I thought that would be a really good, because I mean, if it was open world, would you want it to be a Jedi open world?
depends on the time frame and what the.
I think of games like Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, where it's kind of like lawless. Same with Grand Theft Auto, not encouraging violence or anything like that, but how it's just like there are certain stories that go better with that type of gameplay. And I feel like a bounty hunter, a Mandalorian, would be like the perfect one. But who knows? We'll see what it could be. It could be something totally new. It could be more like a Knights of the Old Republic kind of deal, where you're just like a person that can build force powers or whatever. Be really cool. Now that is the only Star Wars video game rumor we have, correct?
Yeah, because it's Lucasfilm games. The other one is an Indiana Jones game. I'm trying to remember who is making that.
Well, it's Fallout. They made it.
Bethesda.
Help me out here. Bethesda, yes. So if you're familiar with Fallout, which that was one of the last games I ever played, if show you how long I've been without a console, is Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360. I got it from one of my best friends whose brother thought that his Xbox was possessing him, and so he threw his Xbox off the top of his house onto his stone patio, gathered it up into a trash bag, and buried it out in the wilderness, which is in his backyard. And we came home,
drugs, kids.
And we what's that?
Don't do drugs, kids.
You nailed it on the head, by the way. I'm not going to say anything else, but yeah, that is a true statement. And we didn't believe him. It was like 7:00 at night and getting dark, and he said it was out there, because we were like, "Where's the Xbox?" And he told us he did this. We were like, "We don't believe you. You did not do that." And sure enough, there was a black trash bag sticking out of the leaves way out in the woods, and we dug that bad boy up. That thing was all in pieces, but we managed to open that disk drive up and get out that Fallout 3 disc, and that's how it all began. And the hard drive worked too. But that game kind of blew my mind. I don't know if any of you guys played it, but the graphics with the size, with the, I guess you would call it quests, challenges, whatever, like, it is just unbelievable. You could get lost in it forever and ever and ever. And that was 10 years ago. And there have been other games that they've come out, New Vegas, and I think they also did they do BioShock? Bethesda?
No.
No,
they don't.
Bethesda did Skyrim and those games.
Okay, gotcha. Well, not that one, not BioShock, but still really awesome games. And Indiana Jones, that's really interesting, because all I can think of is Indiana Jones Fallout. Like, but no, Wolfenstein. Bethesda did Wolfenstein.
Yeah, they did. I think they did the first one, but not the second one.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they did Wolfenstein, which is Nazis, right up the Indiana Jones alley, which is what I want.
They already have the assets.
I don't want Crystal Skulls anymore. I don't want that. I want the Nazis. Give me Nazis and some relic. I want to see, it'd be really cool. It's like the Spear of Destiny. Are you guys familiar with the Spear of Destiny?
Is that from Tenacious D?
It's from the Bible. It's not the Pick of Destiny, fool. It is.
I've seen Constantine. I know about the Spear of Destiny.
He knows about the Spear of Destiny.
Yeah, I was a Southern Baptist. I know all about the Spear of Destiny.
Okay, good. I think that would be an awesome relic that supposedly Hitler looked for. If you watch Hellboy, if you believe in Hellboy.
Also, I am also a student of the Crusades, and I believe there was at one point in the First Crusade, there were competing stories about someone who believed that they had discovered the Spear of Destiny, and they used it to successfully pacify a city. One of the Crusaders was convinced everyone that he had it, and they led the army to victory, and then like I think he actually died and they buried him with it, so he's still out there somewhere. Like everything is gone now, but
Right.
so it could be buried with some random crusader somewhere in the Holy Land.
What powers it holds, we'll never know. I just thought that would be a cool one. I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, so when I heard that, I was like, if I thought Squadrons was gonna get me to get an Xbox, it's definitely gonna be this Indiana Jones game or a PlayStation.
Not the Star Wars game.
Not the Star Wars game. It's gonna be Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
I wanted
to be an archaeologist, guys. I wanted, I wanted to be a lot of things. Let's be honest.
Welcome to the Squadcast, Virginia's own Indiana Jones podcast.
Indiana Jones / Playboy podcast.
Yeah, everyone, just switch over to my other podcast.
I wanted to be a college professor. That's what I was studying to be. I'm a peruver of pornography. By archaeology, I go and I find old pornography and I display my home.
Cave paintings.
It's seen by top men. Yeah. Top men.
Lewd cave paintings. That was me.
Find them inside the hollowed out stumps out in the woods.
Yeah, I could keep up with. I related more to Indiana Jones. I still love. I mean, you guys know I've seen Star Wars like twice, so I'm a big fan.
I honestly don't even think I've seen Indiana Jones twice. I think I've seen it once. I think I might have seen Crystal Skull twice.
It's only 3.
There's 4 of them. Crystal Skull's good. It falls apart a little bit at the end.
I'm just kidding.
It suffers because Raiders is a perfect movie.
Raiders is a perfect movie.
Yes.
Temple of Doom is kind of a train wreck, and then
it's a really fun adventure, but it's also super racist
and scary. When you're a child, when you're a kid, and you watch Raiders, and his face melts, it's kind of spooky. But when he rips the guy's heart out, multiple people's hearts out and stuff, it starts to get a little scary.
The dinner scene in Temple of Doom messed me up as a kid.
Monkey brains.
Yeah, monkey brains and the snakes and. Blah.
Yes, the snakes was not cool, but and then Last Crusade is actually always been my favorite. There was something about both the young Indiana Jones segment and the father-son kind of bond thing, where that movie was just always my favorite. And I love the Holy Grail. That's just the Holy Grail is the Holy Grail of artifacts. Come on.
I remember really liking the Last Crusade as well.
So good.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's fun.
It's so good. And then I appreciate the Crystal Skull only because of the way that historical time worked out and it reflected in Harrison Ford's age and reality. That's it. 20, 30 years later, yeah, it was the Cold War. Makes sense. But that's about it.
Still promising Indy 5.
Yes, and do we know if it's going to be Harrison Ford?
Yes.
Yikes. I just don't know.
He's like what, like 80 something, and he's beat up.
He's late 70s.
He's always been my favorite,
or something like that.
He's always been one of my favorite actors of all time, but Lord, that scares me. Man.
I'm not a huge fan of him in his old age. I don't know. Like it seems like he shows up just to show up, and I don't know. It almost feels
that's
like
all he can do is show up.
It feels like they just have him show up just for the nostalgia factor rather than being like any legitimate need. Like in Blade Runner, where he shows up and he's just.
I would feel better about it if he treated it like Mark
totally
Hamill
necessary in Blade Runner.
And Mark Hamill treats it as, okay, these are the fans, these are the people that are, that got me to where I am. Harrison Ford just has contempt for all of us, for everything.
Yeah, it's true.
And treats us as such. And I don't care about that. I don't care if you're there or not. You're Harrison Ford, and that's cool and all, but I'm not really into being treated and talked to like dirt. So
Yeah.
To him,
Yeah,
it's a job.
He's just
Try
interested
downhill.
in landing an airplane in a golf course or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
So
I'm
Wayne-
still
so-
a big fan. What?
I was gonna say, Wayne, I don't think you like William Shatner. Then I'm guessing.
Oh no, I love William Shatner, but I don't think I'd ever go talk to him because he's very strictly, I'm here for the money. If you want to talk to me, pay me. And I'm not about that. I
Right.
appreciate what he's done, but him as a person, I don't think I'd get along with him.
No.
I enjoy his persona he puts out there. I enjoy the work that he's done up to this point. But I think in meeting him, that would destroy it for me. And I'm very iffy about, yes, I would very much like to be around and talk to this person, but there's a 80% chance he's going to talk down to me and just make me feel like shit. And
I'd say
then
it's
I'll
95.
95. Higher.
But Harrison Ford treats it like it's a job. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm here to do a job. I'm going to do that job to the best of my abilities. But then I'm
Sometimes
going to
he's
go
fun
home.
with
But
it.
that's also the thing. Yeah, see, that's the thing is he treats it like that, but he's very open about, this is just what I'm doing. I don't care about you. At least Shatner pretends to care about, because you paid to get a picture with him or you've paid to get his signature. He'll talk to you like a person for a moment at least.
I've never heard of
Harrison
Harrison
Ford
saying
doesn't
anything
do
bad
that.
about the fans.
Huh?
I've never heard Harrison Ford ever say anything bad about the fans. He just doesn't care about the lore and the deeper kind of.
I've seen
nerding
some
out
clips
about it.
where
It's
he's like, he gets mad at people for bringing up Star Wars crap.
He's just like, it's a job I did.
Yeah.
I'm done with that job. I've moved on to something else.
I
now.
love Harrison Ford and I love Indiana Jones. Don't you guys? I can't wait. One thing that I was hearing about, they're not going to make this, I don't think, virtual reality, but if they did, wouldn't that be great with the whip and whatnot, you know?
God, no. Snake.
And
Yeah,
then
that controller would fly out of my hand. And
you swing
impale
into
itself
your
into the wall.
you swing into the kitchen island and knock yourself out. I think it'll
It'd
be
be like
fun.
all those people who broke their TVs when they bought Wii's.
Eh.
What were they doing it blindfold? Why oh, I guess
They
just
weren't wearing the wrist straps, and when they were doing the bowling, they
Oh.
let go of the controller straight
my
through the screen.
God. Good God. Well, I'm excited for the game. I'm excited for both of those games. It's gonna be a whole thing. It'll be great. Won't it be great? Yeah.
Just know that if you get an Xbox for the Indiana Jones game
Uh-huh.
and not the Star Wars games, I won't friend you.
Wait. Obviously, I would get the games once I got the console.
If you
But after
buy it,
hearing you guys, like, honestly, I was waiting to hear what you guys had to say, and you could go back and watch all these episodes, and there is nothing that was said that would make me want to go out and buy the console anymore. Everybody was like, "Nah, we play once. Nah."
I play every night.
Well, you do play.
Literally nothing in my life.
You do
You guys
play
are
often.
married. The kids and the dogs and the house. I got none of that. So I'm on every night.
Well, I feel like I could make time. The main thing was just buying the system, and that money would make
As it
time.
stands right now, for the next, I'd say 2 weeks, I wouldn't recommend you getting a system. There's droids that need to be printed.
Yeah, that's true. Don't worry. They're coming.
That's my main focus with you, because I want to build them.
They're coming. They're coming. Does anybody know
Uh-huh.
about the droids?
I'm assuming that you've agreed to print a droid for him.
Droids. Two
Yeah, we're
droids.
getting 2 battle droids
Two battle
for
droids.
cons and such.
I have.
If it was me, I'd print 1 regular and 1 super battle droid.
Wait.
Well, he doesn't have the files for those. I was going to do 2 and do them in different colors.
That.
I think Super Battle Droid would be too unwieldy to carry around.
That would
only
be
thing-
ungodly to carry around. These, the B1s will fold up just like they did in the movie. That I can carry. That's tiny. That's fine.
battle
Gotta get it
droid.
folded up.
The super battle droids would be freaking awesome. Oh, we lost Evan.
Good.
I got a low battery.
Uh-oh. We're running the battery low this time. Oh yeah, we are. We're about an hour and a half in.
I'm gonna edit this one. Cut out all the pornography.
Sorry.
Or
not-
leave
Cut,
it in and
cut
just
out all the
make it
Shatner and keep all the
I'm
porn.
not getting rid of the porn. I'm not getting rid of the Playboys.
Okay, then Shatner needs to go, I guess.
All right, cool. We're cutting Shatner. So we're gonna print those droids. I'm gonna print. The idea is to print each part. So I'll print like the head, and then I'll print another head, and then I'll print a part of the arm, and then I'll print another part of the arm. Print them both, and then have them all ready at the same time.
That's
Should
fine.
be
And as you start to get parts to where they go together,
absolutely
bring them on in
Have
so
them
I
all
can get them
all
glued,
ready.
sanded, and ready for the next.
Yep. It's going to be awesome. The reason that we decided to go with the B1 and we really didn't, Super Battle Droid would be awesome. We know for a fact that this B1 it's been printed before, and the guy has printed it. He's posed it in multiple positions. There's photos of him taking it to cons and stuff. And so we know it's like, oh yeah, this will be easy. This is something we can do. A Super Battle Droid. Oh my God. That might be.
It's
We
like
might need to put someone in it.
and hard to stand up somewhere.
Right. But
Oh.
how about
Are you going to print Roger or are you going to print Mr. Bones?
Yes.
I like B1 the most.
Yeah. I love the B1s.
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the character B1
Oh,
from
yeah.
Rebels.
B1s, yeah.
That was my favorite one.
Well, one's getting the blue paint job. I
Wonderful.
was thinking about doing yellow for the other, the commander, because of all the ones, I think I'm going to go with the paint scheme of the one that when they're abandoning the ship and he sits down in the thing and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm the captain now."
Oh, I lied. It's not. It's Resistance. Sorry.
Yeah.
When we're done here, I'll send you a picture of Roger and Mr. Bones, and you can see like, oh, you're really going to want to print at least Mr. Bones because he's pretty cool.
Shucks, I'm gonna just look it up right now.
Is he the Lego one?
Roger is the Lego one. He's
Roger.
he's yeah, that's why he's called Roger.
I'm sorry.
I really like him.
This is what pops up. Mr. Bones.
No.
Do you
So,
say Mr. Bones?
Look,
And
there's
African male video
and
game.
look at the elephant's butt with that explosive. What is coming out? What are we looking at here? That's
Well,
Mr.
I believe
Bones.
you're looking at poop.
I think so.
Mr. Bones was from the
It's
book.
Yeah,
It's
he's from the
63%
Aftermath
on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, Mr. Bones. He looks like Deadpool as a B1.
book. Yeah, he's from the Aftermath books. He is Snap Wexley as a kid, Greg Grunberg. That's his droid that he builds and maintains.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, that's in the works. Yep. So where are we here? I think we might
Evan's
be.
about to run out of battery.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think we might be getting to the end of the show here. Okay, one thing that I wanted to recommend, if you guys hadn't seen it yet, WandaVision.
Yes.
So cool and different. Have you guys, Evan, Wayne?
Yeah.
No,
No.
nope.
You should watch it. It's really.
I'm
it's
gonna
cool.
I'm gonna wait till it's all out and binge it.
Okay, good luck with that.
You know what? I'm just gonna assume from now on that you're gonna wait for everything to all come out in one
Not everything.
big binge for you.
I am waiting for The Expanse to finish up to binge that and WandaVision.
But it is so cool. It's totally different. You really don't know what you're looking at, like what the context is for the series in a whole, because when you hear that this is a Marvel superhero TV series, you're expecting action-packed, all this stuff. That's not what you're going to get at first, but you start to get some hints of something else going on, and it's definitely interesting, at least to say. I haven't seen any type of TV show in this kind of format other than I Love Lucy. Other than that, this is totally new and unique. So I think it's out. Also, it was really risky.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Especially like the first 2 episodes. I mean, it's easy for people to watch it and be like, what is this? This is not Endgame. This isn't Infinity Wars or whatever. What do you think, Paul?
I really liked it.
Do you think
I've
it's
seen all kinds of crazy theories about what's going on?
okay? I think it's pretty. I mean, I haven't heard any theories at all. I just kind of assume that what's going on. I don't want to ruin it for Evan, but I kind of want to talk about it. Damn it, Evan! Just turn off your dying computer and leave now, and we can just do the show without you. What do you say?
You're just gonna have to save that for the Marvel cast.
Okay, yeah, I'll save that for my Indiana Jones Playboy podcast coming up right after. We're gonna start recording right after this. Was there anything that you guys wanted to recommend? Anything you've seen recently that you thought was cool, people might enjoy?
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, tell me
I'm
about
having
it.
a ball watching that. It's not Star Wars related, so.
Well, neither is WandaVision, other than Disney Marvel. But what is this? What are you talking about? Is it new?
The new Ted Danson show. It's on Hulu.
Who is Ted Danson?
What?
I'm sorry, I have to go now.
Yeah.
He's an American icon.
He's
Tell
a
me.
national treasure.
Okay, maybe I know who he is and I just don't recognize him.
Did you watch
have you
Cheers?
Yes.
Okay. The main bartender,
Okay.
Sam,
Okay.
that's Ted Danson.
Okay. So it's a sitcom.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And he is the main character?
Yes, he's the mayor of L.A.,
Okay.
the recently elected mayor of L.A.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
His character in The Good Place is probably the best.
That's okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I have seen that recently. Okay. Wow. That's hard to believe that I mean, it's not because he looks exactly the same, basically. He's just older version of himself, but gotcha. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I've been checking out Hulu, so that might be something. How about you, Evan? What you doing over there in your house all with your family and whatnot? What are you guys watching?
He's ordering stuff online from what I hear.
Oh, you ordering some Playboys?
I
can let you borrow mine.
just got a shipment of my next mead supplies today, so that's pretty fun.
That is a cool project. That's a cool endeavor that you're getting into, my friend. Tell us more.
We started watching what you do in the shadows. What's the show? Something.
What they do, or yeah,
What we do in the shadows.
What we do in the shadows. Yeah, we started watching that. We always start it at the end of the night, like on the weekends, and then Heather always falls asleep halfway through the episode. So we end up having to like
watch
half the episode and then like the other half, and she kind of forgets. So we're kind of like, I don't think she quite knows what's going on, but
They're 30-minute episodes.
yeah, I know. Yeah, but we've been watching that. I think we're like 6 or 7 episodes in.
So good.
We watched a good movie the other night, I think it was good. It was called The Lodge. It was on Hulu, and it's basically like this family. These kids go up to this lodge, like up in the wilderness in the winter, with their dad's new girlfriend, and the dad's kind of has to go off to work. So these kids are stuck in the house with their dad's new girlfriend, and there's some pretty creepy, crazy shenanigans happen.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was very much like screws with your mind.
Fun. Some Black Mirror kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would say very similar. Yeah.
Gotcha. How about you, Paul? You say you've seen WandaVision.
Yes.
What else?
If you want a movie recommendation, I would say everyone needs to watch Spontaneous. It was really good.
What is that?
Where can we see this?
I saw it on Epix, but you can rent it and all that stuff through normal places.
Okay.
It starts out as teens at a high school start spontaneously exploding.
That's spontaneous. Blood everywhere or like
yes.
dust? Okay.
Blood. Like they describe it as somebody popping a balloon.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, we basically are balloons. We're very us
But
humans. We're just
And
sacks.
it's all made of mostly water.
Exactly.
it's as nobody knows why it's happening. So they have to figure out what's going on, but it also turns into kind of this teen, I don't want to say teen drama because that sounds the wrong, but it's actually this really touching story that kind of is very, very relevant today. It's
Like
really
a coming of age story kind of thing.
kind of, but describing it that way is not the right words I would use. But it's really
This-
good. It's
Like a
darkly-
2020 film, or
yes,
cool.
it's darkly funny.
Very
And
cool, spontaneous.
tomorrow, as we record this, I am going to DM my first homebrew Star Wars D&D game using the SW5E module. So
Whoa.
hopefully I know what I'm doing.
Wait, so what are you doing? What is that? All that went over my head.
Okay, so there's this game called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
You're aware of its existence, yes?
I've heard of it. I heard Evan likes it a lot.
Okay, so this game, Dungeons and Dragons, is primarily taking place in fantasy of elves and orcs and that kind of stuff. So what somebody did is they took the system of Dungeons and Dragons, how you do stats and combat and all that stuff, and they put it into Star Wars.
Okay.
So we're running a Star Wars campaign that I'm writing. Hopefully I know what I'm doing and have not written garbage
Nice. That sounds really interesting. So
using
are
that module.
are you, when it comes to like your different like characters that are they're like different sometimes like different species or whatnot, or like different whatever, is it like what's the equivalent of your like wizard? A Jedi? Oh, so you got like Jedis running around with bounty hunters and Wookiees.
Yeah, I'm playing a Mandalorian. He's actually Cassus Fett's son. So if you've read the old Knights of the Old Republic comics, Cassus Fett is in there. He's like a big guy in the Mandalorian War, so I'm playing his son.
That was my next question, was are you guys using actual characters, or are you making up your own? Like, I am a Mandalorian named
Yeah,
Ducky.
everybody's making their own character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a droid called OB1.
Wow, you're really, really creative. Do you play, Wayne?
I'm a droid called OB1.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's I thought you were making a joke. Okay. That is not a joke. That is true.
No.
Well, I thought it was funny anyways. So I guess I will never be invited to this D&D Star Wars extravaganza.
Well, if
Crickets.
the first turns out okay, we can always invite you in later.
Okay.
There's
How does
always
it
room
work?
for new players?
How does it work? Do you have to go through like a is it like once you start a game of cards, it's like, you got to wait till the next game? Or is it something where you can kind of come and go as you please?
There's a core group of people on an adventure. New people could be introduced at certain points.
Nice. So Wayne, you are actually a battle droid. Now, whenever you write this, do you write your own like backstory and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the backstory of your battle droid?
I'm not a battle droid.
I thought you said a battle droid. I'm sorry.
No, I just said a droid.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm stuck on the B1. The OB1.
Yeah. So I've got a whole story planned out for at least probably 2 or 3 nights worth, and then I'll see where these fools lead us, and I'll start guiding the story in that direction.
Yes, these fools. So I'm really interested in this. I'm sorry, I'm asking questions all of a sudden. So when you're making this story, do you have like is it like a Mad Lib thing where it's just like a bunch of open spots and you just fill in Stormtrooper runs across the bridge and the
No. Well, I mean,
Wookiee?
the story we're at least starting with is one I completely wrote. It's
How do you do that?
completely
That
original.
sounds like a lot of work. Like
Well, I take a pen and I have a piece of paper and I scribble and I make shapes.
I
that
guess
we
I'm
call
trying
letters.
to relate it to the gameplay, which coming from
I write it just like you write a book or anything.
okay. Very interesting. And you
But on
can make.
optimistic days, I call myself a writer.
Is there a board?
We have
It's
a
a-
virtual one. We
Okay.
use a website called Roll20.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like you've just got to see it and be a part of it to understand it, because it's hard for me to wrap my brain around it. But it sounds just like any other role play game, except very well organized. Sounds like
We hope.
You
Assuming
hope.
I know what I'm doing.
the best you can be. All right, well, Wayne, are you hanging in there, buddy? Yeah.
I think I died twice.
Yeah, so I think I killed you with the lack of knowledge. I'm sorry.
No.
You should not be surprised by this.
I'll be all right.
Yeah. We'll revive you. Someone will. Well, if everybody's kind of gave out all their recommendations, I guess we can call it an evening. Start the outro here. One last look at this incredible Captain Rex animated Clone Wars Season 4 and on helmet. In one corner, and in the other corner, a First Order helmet, probably
The
2
First
inches
Order.
tall.
His dispenser or something, isn't it?
No, this is full size.
Okay, he's a
Yeah.
liar. In the other corner, we have I want to say this right. A Phase 1. I was gonna say a classic Phase 1, but I think Phase 1's good enough. It looks great. Metallic visor. Back to the other corner, Paul is separating the back of his helmet from the front to get it on his head. And in the other corner, Evan is showing off his Boba Fett. Basically, you need to just go on YouTube and watch, because I'm tired of telling you guys what's on the screen. But thank you for listening and viewing, those that are viewing. You can check us out, our Instagram, the Serenno Squadcast. We've also got the 501stlegion.com. If you want to become a member, if you want information, check it out. Or you can go back to our first episode. We talk about how to join the 501st. You can learn a little bit of information there. We also have the Garrison Tyrannus Instagram page with all of our approvals and different news like that. So check it out. Once again, thank you all for joining us. And until next time, bye-bye.